another temple. This is something I've never seen this before.
Yeah, I don't remember this.
If I remember correctly, this is where Johannes Rebeckius, the founder of my high school, is buried.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think this is where he's buried actually, right here.
Right down the line.
Yeah. Do you remember that? You can see Jesus up there. It's because the paintings on the walls have started to go away now. They painted over all these amazing pictures from back in the day, and now it's coming out again, which is so cool. I'm actually glad it is because it gives the character, you know?
Yeah, that's awesome.
And this chapel right here is where my parents got married. All the details of the church, you know? There's history everywhere. There's people buried here and stories on the walls. Just the amount of work that went into this. Chandeliers, pretty, so pretty everywhere. So I think, if I remember correctly, this is basically a family tree. It started with those people up above, and then you see the names on there when the rest of the people were born and when they died.
Oh yeah.
So it's usually someone important who made an impact in the city, or who was a king or queen.
Oh wow.
All this artwork. You usually open up these books and look at them.
Wow.
Let's walk around here. This is where I was at. Here on the floor here, I think this is where people are buried. Or there's some kind of memorial for them here. Usually it's written in Latin.
Yeah.
So this is where, if I remember correctly, there's a king buried here, and his wife and his ex-wife. No, sorry, not his second wife. So I think his first wife died or something. And the second wife, if I remember the story correctly, she made sure that in the way that they're portrayed here on top of the tombstone, what do you call it, the tomb? That the first wife was portrayed in more like a royal way, like she was dressed fancier. The second wife made sure of that out of respect, if I remember correctly. And then the man is laying there in the middle. Can you reach up so you can see it? I don't know if you can reach it. Beautiful. Take a picture. I've never seen it from up above like that. I'd like to see it. It's a very big one. And there's 3 people in there.
Yeah.
It's kind of bossy around, so you can take pictures of everything. Yeah, that one. This is usually, what do you call it? It represents the different areas in Sweden. There's someone buried in here.
Yeah.
It's a really pretty, nice written memory of them.
Yeah.
So to translate though, even to English, it's hard to because it's old Swedish. It's the way you say it is different.
Yeah.
This is let me see, the 4th? Because it's 10, right, yes, it's there to the, 14th? 14th. Wasn't this the guy who they think ate pea soup and was poisoned to death?
Yeah.
I think so. But
It was him.
Yeah, and it's they think that they're not 100% sure, but that's what they think. And wasn't he also Gustav Vasa's son? I might be wrong about that, but I think he was actually. Yeah. This might also be the guy who was prisoner in his own castle or something in Västerås
Wow.
at some point. I might be mixing my kings up here, but
So many damn kings.
I'm mixing my history lessons up. I look to the left right there. I love the right. It's beautiful. How pretty is that?
We gotta leave soon because I feel like I'm about to catch fire in here.
After Västerås in the early days.
Nick has officially given up, so I'm just gonna keep looking here. I thought this was really interesting. It's about how Johannes Rebeckius made notes about the food that was served in these hospitals, and they served one in the midday and one in the evening. And there could be just like ale and bread, fish, often dried or salted, porridge, or even fresh meats on occasions, which wasn't as common, but this is where he wrote it. And here they actually describe how Johannes Rudbeckius asked the king to start the country's first high school in 1623. And he was approved to do so. And that's the school I went to eventually, which is crazy. Many, many, many years later. This is a beautiful poem that Johannes' brother, Petrus, actually wrote in 1623, the same year as his brother founded the high school. Okay, are you ready to go home? Okay, let's go. Mm-hmm. Yes? Yes. What are you doing?
Lose it hot in here? Is it just me? I'm on fire.
Do you remember this one
Yeah.
I told you about? What's so weird about it? I went on a guided tour here once, and they said this is where you can Christian your child. It's a very old-fashioned thing, and they decided to, not use it anymore because there was no point with having this thing around it to block off the view for a lot of people and a lot of guests. But they noticed that these characters here have beards and mustache, and then also boobs.
Yeah.
And they don't know why. They just discovered that, which is a very interesting part of history.
That is weird.
Yeah, like who did that and why, and I think that's so interesting and fascinating. So they kept it on display. Yeah.
They look really old.
Yeah, I can't remember when they said that this was made, but it's gorgeous. I mean, someone carved this from a piece of wood and made this. It's very cool. It says this unique Christianing chapel, or however you pronounce it or say it, is one of the Renaissance strangest artworks in our country.
Yeah.
Most unique, I'll say so.
Yeah, goatees and boobs.
Beautiful. Love that. Wow. This is a medieval church door. That is crazy. Old. They say it's from, some of it, like the iron, is from the 1400s. I love seeing old stuff like that, like medieval stuff. It's so crazy to think of, like, that's the stuff you see in movies, and then it's right there in front of you, like the real stuff. It's crazy. And by the way, I should mention too that I do know that when it's different in English than in Swedish. If it's the 1400s, you're supposed to call it the 15th century in English. You're supposed to always, like, if it's the 15th century, you're supposed to call it the 16th century, and it doesn't make any sense at all. So when I say the 14th century or the 1400s, then that's what I mean. I mean that this happened around that time, the 1400s. So just know that I'm aware of it. I learned it in school, and I think it's dumb. So I'm not going to follow that rule. It's just fun to be back at my old school again. I know a lot of people didn't love high school, but I actually did. I just really love history, and we had a lot of historical traditions that they kept like year in, year out that I really appreciated. And so I always loved going to these old buildings every day. I thought that was so cool. And so, I don't know, interesting. And,
Fucking wind.
yeah.
Piece of shit wind. I'm sick of it.
He's very particular about his hair. This is also where I went to gym class. We had 2 different gym halls, or whatever you call it. I always love the colors here. Very old-fashioned. You just want to sit here?
Where's the house?
Right across the street.
Oh.
How do you feel about going home tomorrow?
It's a bittersweet thing. It's like, you know, I have my nostalgia there too,
Yeah.
as much as you do here.
Mm-hmm.
But it's been more than just a vacation to me here.
What was it like?
It's just eye-opening shit, man. Like, I mean, this is my second time here, but it's I don't know. I found out a bunch more stuff, where you came from and all that. It was a lot more laid back this time. You know, I felt closer to your family because I had already met them 3 years ago here.
Yeah.
So it's, I don't know, it's weird. Some shit here was like kind of nostalgic to me too. You
Yeah,
know?
because you've been there before.
Actually,
now.
a lot of it is like the Vasa Park. Even just walking down to the System Blaget and Coop. Even that cafe with the princess cake and all that shit. Apple pie was fire.
I mean, that was delicious.
Yeah, that was so good.
We're so high on sugar right now.
Yeah.
We're like dying.
Yeah, I still feel like I'm gonna crash. All this walking and traveling and shit, and buses and trains and cars and
Yeah.
planes. Did I say that?
Was there anything you learned about Sweden that you, I don't know, good or bad?
Some of the people here are kind of fun.
Kind of fun.
Yeah, not as
We're not all bad, huh?
not as uptight as I thought.
Yeah, that's one thing us Swedes have as a reputation, is that we seem pretty cold. Like if you see us walking downtown or something, we seem to be very like uptight. We don't really say hi to each other. But then when you get to know us and you make friends or you talk to someone, like we're usually very friendly and happy people. Like we're not as bad as it seems like in the beginning, huh?
Yeah.
Like even like, you know, waitresses and stuff, they can be uptight sometimes, or they can be super talkative and friendly. And especially when you tell them like you're from America, they're like, what?
There's
Like,
tons
cool.
of assholes in America too, you know, it's not like...
Yeah. Yeah, there are rude people there too. There's a woman at Safeway where we live who's really not friendly or fun whatsoever.
Yeah.
Anything else you learned?
Bunch of shit, I just can't think of it right now.
I know, there's been so much, huh? Like an
Yeah,
information
every
bomb.
day's been a new thing. It's been great.
Yeah. Would you say it's been mostly positive or mostly negative?
Mostly positive for sure.
Good. Did you learn anything about the public healthcare system or something?
Yeah.
What did you learn?
You can even if you don't have like private care physician, you still get covered.
Yeah, even if you don't buy an insurance,
Yeah.
you're still covered.
Yeah. That's good to know.
Yeah.
You know,
There's just like a certain fee for whenever you're in the
you
hospital.
have to have a certain job that you're slaved over just to have a decent insurance.
Right, like in America. Like here it's like you can have whatever job you want.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really happy with our vacation here too.
Yeah.
I even learned things about Sweden that I don't know, because I have technically not really been a grown-up in Sweden. I've been studying here as a grown-up, but I haven't had to take care of myself. I haven't had to pay rent. I haven't had to, you know, pay for insurance or anything. So
Yeah, and your sister lives in a beautiful apartment for only like what, $800 or $900.
$900 a month.
Yeah, and it's
3
like
bedrooms, 2 bathrooms.
Yeah, it's very modernized and looks pretty sexy over there.
Yeah, and it's like every 10 years they have to do an update on the dishwasher and everything to make sure like the wallpaper and everything is nice, and that's all included in the price. And if anything breaks, the landlord has to fix it.
Yeah,
You don't have to pay extra. It's like,
very cool.
yeah.
A lot of things are close around there too.
Yeah, they live very central to everything.
Yeah, it's been very nice to see pretty much all of Sweden. Like
You really have.
this trip around.
Except for the way up north. What are you eating?
Potato pancake.
No. It's like a mashed potato cake with onions in it. It's like, I grew up with them. I think they're yummy. With lingonberry jelly. Or jam, I mean. Like it?
Yeah.
Some people eat it with bacon.
Oh, that sounds savory. I like it with the lingonberry.
Yeah. Want to try some champis? That's that third soda that I wanted you to try this time around. And I think this is one that's the most nostalgic for me.
Oh yeah, I tried
Pommac, Pompus, Pommac and Trocadero.
Yeah.
And this time champis. This is the one we called champagne when we were little because we wanted to be fancy.
I think that one's my favorite one.
All right, I think champis is my favorite too.
Those are super good.
Right?
I can eat like 50 of those.
Can you say korv?
Korv? Stroganoff.
Stroganoff, yeah.
It was delicious.
I like this with the skin.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Crispy. Oh,
I
that's
knew you.
really good.
Oh, thank you.
I like the sauce a lot.
Right?
You're so kind.
It's so good though.
Told ya. It's our last night in Sweden. I bought this ice cream, this popsicle, before we even left for Umeå. I saved it here in Västerås. Our popsicles look a little funny here in Sweden. You just like uncover this and you push it up and then you eat it.
Yeah, there's some like that in America too.
Yeah, I'm sure we do have.
Just not a lot, but I've
Yeah.
seen.
Yeah, I grew up with like Calippo, it's got like a Coca-Cola flavor and stuff, so really good. Anyways, so they have this new one this year called Trocadero, which is based off of the soda.
Trocadero.
Yeah, that I really love. My sister said it was okay, so I'll try it. I still want to try it because I heard about it before I even went to Sweden.
What's it look like?
Nice.
Oh, looks
Same color as the soda.
pretty boring.
It says 0 sugar in this.
Pretty boring.
I don't know about that. It might be a lie. Anyway, so I remember when I was little, I had to ask my dad to like warm it up. It takes forever to push it up. Otherwise, if you push too hard, you're just gonna go poof. Like, here. Oh. Party going on outside here.
Fuck is trying to film a goddamn mediocre YouTube video. What are you guys doing?
Here it comes.
Oh my god, stop, you're gonna fall in the bed.
See, this is what I'm telling you. If you push too hard because you're like, I can't get it out, then it goes poof.
It's like a big poop.
I actually really like it.
No, I'll be the judge of that. Give me.
It does taste like the soda. That's so weird.
Not bad for a soda popsicle.
Oh, I said I wasn't gonna have it all, but I might. It tastes much stronger than I thought.
That's funny.
Yeah, the summer meet with all the fancy cars. That's why you see some fancy cars driving around now, like old-fashioned cars. Ooh, hello. Pretty cloudy and rainy day. And yet it's sunny and nice. And here's the park that you wanted to see one last time. Last day, walking to the central station through the park. Hi, duckies. Hi, baby bears. Hi, babies. Hi. The rest of the babies are over there.
That's cute.
Love when they're standing with their butts up in the air. So funny. How do you feel about leaving?
Sad.
First we're gonna go to Stockholm with the train. Then from there we're gonna take the bus to Arlanda. And then we're gonna have 3 hours before the flight takes off because that's good to do with an international flight. To be there 3 hours in advance just in case. Pretty cool cloud.
Yeah.
Wave. We're at O'Leary's at the airport. Gone through security. It all went smooth and fast. Took the bus and the train here. It's gone pretty fast though, right?
Yeah.
He's having some chicken wings.
Holy shit, that barbecue sauce is fucking amazing.
What kind of it? Like, what sauce is it?
I don't know, I didn't read it.
I don't know. It's an O'Leary's sauce, I guess.
Fucking good, man.
Boy, are these wings sticky.
So they have a bunch of good stuff here. We could eat cake on the plane and chocolate balls. Are you kidding me? What do we want?
Well, I'll have a carrot cake.
And I'll have something with chocolate because, you know, I am Caroline. After 10.5 hours of a flight and standing in line to one immigration thing after another, one passport control after another, we finally made it home. How do you feel about being home?
Fuck, it's weird.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about this. It's really weird, but I'm very, very happy to see the cats. These and Snickers are right here with us. They were a little bit weirded out first. They were like, what are you doing here? Yeah. And they also like puked on all of our bed sheets. I'm washing that now. It looked like a bunch of poop on our bed.
It looked like a cat exploded on our bed. There was hair. Like, I found like fur,
hairballs,
hairballs, and like a whisker.
A whisker?
Yeah, it looked like a cat just went.
Oh my gosh. And I gotta show our backyard. Apparently our peas have been dying, but look at these peppers. What? They grew so much while we were gone. Maybe not the ones in the corner there, but you know, there's so many peppers on there. And then we also have the corn, which looks insane. I forgot how big they get. Is there any corn in there though? I don't know. Oh, I see the beginning of corn. I thought we would already have like a bunch of fully grown corns at this point, but no. But I do see these here. That's the beginning of corn. How exciting. Yeah, the peas are dead. I didn't have much hope for them anyways, but I actually do see peas right there that I can pick and see if they taste any good. Sugar snap peas. What about our carrots? Oh, our carrots have grown a lot. I guess we'll take one out tomorrow and see if they're ready or not. Exciting. Yeah, it's weird to be back. It's very humid here compared to Sweden, and I already missed the traffic in Sweden. There wasn't that much traffic on the way here actually when our friend Donna picked us up, but I still got stressed out from the way that people drive.
Yeah, super close.
Yeah, everyone always takes just unnecessary risks in traffic here, and it drives me nuts. I just feel so stressed out and scared every time we drive, so I already miss Sweden. But it's been an amazing trip, and I actually feel like we got a vacation. For a while there, we were just tourists every single day, and I was worried that we weren't going to get a day when we were really just relaxed and just chilled and got to reboost our energy, which we really needed to do. But we actually did, especially in Umeå. In the last few days in Västerås, we really got to relax a lot and be spoiled, which was nice. So I feel like we can take this on. Bills and life and work and everything, and it's been amazing. So hopefully you enjoyed our vlogs. Bye.